A 6-year-old girl goes missing in a mall. The mall immediately broadcasts the girl's name Katie over the intercom and calls the police. Her parents are extremely anxious and scared, because just last week another child went missing from this same mall, and she was brutally murdered by the killer 3 days later. They believe this is the work of a serial killer. With the situation being urgent, a special task force arrives at the scene to investigate. They seal off the mall exits. Everyone can enter but no one can leave, and none of the exit cameras captured any footage of Katie. This means the killer and Katie are still inside the mall, but the mall is huge. It would take at least 3 hours to search every single area, and Katie also suffers from asthma. If they can't find her in time, she could have an attack and die within an hour. To quickly locate Katie and the killer, the FBI's Behavioral Analysis Unit arrives on scene. For a serial killer like this, the analysis team needs to dissect his criminal psychology and behavioral motives. Assuming both cases were committed by the same killer, then the killer must be staying with Katie until he satisfies his needs. Hotch efficiently divides up the assignments. Using the mall's floor plan, they'll search every room one by one. At the same time, they'll review employee files, screen surveillance footage, and check all customers who entered, because the killer is very likely among them. The police chief has vivid memories of the last case. He never wants to see another child's body like that again. Though IT expert Garcia's skills are impressive, the mall's surveillance equipment is outdated. She can only work with what she's got. Soon after, she finds a useful clip. Katie appears on the far right of the frame, with the person next to her very blurry. It would take a long time to restore it to get a clear image. The current quality is far from enough. After Katie's parents review it, they don't recognize any of the people in the footage. Following standard kidnapping protocol, the parents need to be questioned separately, but their stories are completely consistent. Katie has no connection to the previously murdered girl. Right now, the only person who can provide useful leads is Katie's cousin. At the time, Katie was shopping at the mall with her cousin and her aunt. Right before she went missing, Katie was with her cousin Jerry. Jerry has been severely blamed by his parents, and he feels very guilty. Now, besides remembering that Katie was by his side at the time, he can't recall any other details, and Aunt Susan also feels extremely responsible. She had separated from the two kids to go to a nearby lighter shop to buy a birthday gift for her husband Charlie. She regrets that if they hadn't separated, this wouldn't have happened. Katie's uncle Charlie says Katie loves reading books and dressing up. Could she be hiding in a bookstore or trying on clothes in some store she likes? But Jerry's expression tells Emily he's not joking. Katie really is missing. But Jerry seems to know something more. It's just that due to his parents' blame, he's fallen into severe guilt and is showing symptoms of traumatic stress. Morgan and Reed try to calm Jerry down and use an appropriate method to help him recall details. JJ encourages Katie's mother to broadcast her genuine feelings. If the killer has even a shred of compassion, it might help. Though the mother's tearful plea is pitiful, this is really just a way to comfort the family. If the killer is truly the same person, then every passing minute is a death sentence for Katie.
Please, whoever you are, I hope you're listening. We just want our daughter back to us safely. Katie is just a little girl. She's just a little girl who deserves another birthday.